Go, go, Power Rangers. Do, 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 do. Go, go, Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Hi guys, Meow Kit Kats, how are you? On today's video I'm going to be talking about my 5 favourite pink Power Rangers. Now, I grew up with Power Rangers and it's one of my favourite series. When I was younger, Mighty Morphin was the one that I watched and I just loved it. And now it's about 20 or so years later and I still love watching the Power Rangers. Even if I'm in my late 20s, I don't care. I love the Power Rangers. Now, I've seen most of the series apart from, I think, Time Force, which I do plan to watch very soon. I think there's one, Ninja Storm and Wild Force or something. So there's about 3 or 4 series I still need to watch. And I've seen half of Mystic Force. So unfortunately guys, Jen won't be on the list today. But some of the other main characters you've probably heard of will be on the list as well. Anyway, shall I begin? Number 5. Okay, at number 5, I'm going to be, at number 5 on my list, it has to be Kendrix, the Pink Ranger. Kendrix is really smart and brave, and she kind of looks a little bit geeky because she's got her glasses on and she has her hair tied up, but she's very smart, very caring, and she's just beautiful inside and out. And she just makes a wonderful Pink Ranger. And there's actually an episode where she swaps with like a model that looks identical to her. And just watching like the storyline and the plot, she's just such a lovely, amazing character. And in one of the special episodes, she risks her life, spoiler alert, for another Ranger. And it's so heartbreaking and just so sweet, but sad at the same time. And she's just such a strong character. And unfortunately, I heard that during filming, the actress who plays her actually had cancer or something, so she wasn't able to film. But I'm really happy that she got to come back, and spoiler alert, you know, at the end of the series as well. Bless her heart though, but she's a lovely character. So Kendrix is my number 5. Number 4. At number 4, it would have to be Dana. Now, Dana is the pink Lightspeed Rescue Ranger. Now, if you've seen the series, her father actually is like the main guy, the main boss. You know, he I think he not owns the command centre, but he's like in charge of everyone, you know, sorts everything out and everything. And the relationship between her and her father is just brilliant. And how much she cares for her family, it's just wonderful and beautiful. And obviously, another spoiler, where they find her brother, you know, the relationship between that and how she fights, you know, not only for her family but for like the world and the other Rangers. It's just really lovely, and she's actually pretty hot as well, you have to admit. And there's another episode in the series where she becomes a model as well. And I think she finds out more about her inner beauty rather than her outer beauty, and the relationship between her and the Red Ranger, Carter, as well. I just love it. And I just think she's a wonderful person and just a lovely character. And she's not your typical, like... oh, and I wanted to say, and she wanted to be, I think it was a doctor, and then in the special Megaforce episode, she made a guest appearance with Carter, and I think she was a doctor then or a nurse or something. So I thought that was wicked, and them two being together again, you know, it reminded me that, you know, all you ships out there, maybe they did get together in the end. Number 3. It's going to be one of the new recent Pink Rangers. It's going to be Shelby. Now, I heard a lot about is it Dino Charge that just came out, And I go to a lot of conventions near where I live because I live near London, so I go to a lot of the London conventions, and I heard about Dino Charge, saw about it, and I had mixed reviews about it. And Shelby is the first black Pink Ranger as well, so I thought that was really good, you know, to help out, you know, like change on like cultures and everything. And because the genetic Pink Rangers are normally brunettes, there's a few blondes as well, but pretty much they're like white brunette girls. And I just fell in love with Shelby, and I just started to get into the series. And again, she's another sweet girl, you know. She can sing as well, and she's like smart, and to start with she's like one of the only girls as well, but she's just a lovely character, you know, very true to her soul. And working at the dinosaur museum, you can see how much love she has for those dinosaurs. I think hers is it Triceratops? And how much she just loves the dinosaur. And I just love how the quirkiness of how they have the badges with their favourite dinosaur picture on it. And she's just really like quirky as well, but I also love her because she's quite clumsy, and she's just like a sweet girl and sweet character, and like brave, and just a really sweet girl, and pretty as well. So she's just like a sweet girl and sweet character, and like brave, and just a really sweet girl, and pretty as well. So Shelby is my number 3. Number 2. Now at my number 2, it was a hard one to choose, but this girl, basically all the men love her, all the girls wanted to be her. It's of course Miss Kimberly Hart. Now Kimberly Hart would have been my number 1, but there's another girl that I love just as much as Kimberly, maybe a little bit more. But not only is she beautiful, pretty, you know, she loves to sing, she's really kind to her friends, you know, she loves nature, you know, and she looked very lovely in the in her suit as well, in her Pink Ranger outfit. And literally she was like a role model to me. And Amy Jo Johnson's a fantastic gymnastic. And unfortunately when she did leave the series, I just stopped watching it for a while. And don't get me wrong, Kat is lovely as well, but she's no Kimberly. And I was like devastated because I was about 8 or 9 at the time, and she was like my role model. And her and Tommy's relationship was just lovely, and I love her how she was a damsel in distress, and really sweet. And I've actually been watching the original Japanese Sayu Ranger, can't say it properly, Sayu Ranger, and been watching May, who is the original Pink Ranger. And then obviously Mighty Morphing took the idea and had rights to some of the footage to use for Mighty Morphing. So that's number 2 is Kimberly. Honourable mentions, yeah. Now before we start with my number 1, I'm going to mention some honourable mentions. The first honourable mention is Corone. Now Corone was, is it Galaxia in Space Rangers, and then she became good, and then she became her true self, Corone, in what was it, Lost Galaxy. And unfortunately when Kendrix went, or Corone ended up becoming the second Pink Ranger after her. So she got the powers, and I thought she was a well-rounded, lovely girl, lovely character, even though she started off evil. And you could see throughout the episodes that how her personality was changing, how she was becoming more brave and kind-hearted towards the other Rangers. And she too looked good in pink as well. And her relationship with, I can't remember, one of the other guys, who I think he was the Silver or the 6th Ranger in Space, but I can't remember his name. And then another spoiler, finding out that you know, his sister, or his brother, her brother is Andros. Is that Andros? so who's the Red Ranger in space. I just thought that was a really good concept as well, about all the relationships that are sort of connected, and I just thought she's a lovely, well-rounded character. Would have to be Kat. Now, when Kat started again, obviously I was grieving over Kimberly leaving, and I had mixed messages about Kat. I wasn't sure if I liked her or not. I found her quite like snotty and quite rude and like a boyfriend stealer, because, you know, she was trying to be all flirty with Tommy. So I was like, oh dear, you know, who's this girl? What does she want? You know, what's she doing? And the fact that she was like a cat, or morphed into a cat, kind of made me like her a little bit, because obviously I'm a crazy cat with a person, and the cat was just gorgeous. And her name being Cat. Anyway, basically, I sort of hated her to start with, and then when she started to turn good, I started to like fall for her and actually like her. But when I was younger, I didn't really watch CO or anything. And then about 10 years ago, or maybe slightly longer, I started to get into watching Power Rangers CO and what they call Type like Jetix, you know, like the sort of some of the English TV channels are showing some of the episodes. So I started to watch it again, and I sort of fell for her again. And if I had it my way, she would have become the Yellow Ranger, and then you'd have Kimberly and her. And then, another spoiler, Jason came back in CO, and I just shipped her and Jason together. Number 1! My favourite Pink Ranger of all time is Emma. Now, Emma is the Pink Ranger in Megaforce, and she's sweet, kind and caring. She's smart, she's beautiful, and she can sing. And there's speculation going around that her mother was the woman, I think, in Wild Force. And she just sings with nature, and I just think she's such a beautiful girl in and out. And the relationship between her and the Yellow Ranger, I can't remember her name, they're like best friends, and she's more like a tomboy, or more like the macho sort of girl, you know, more the, you know, she wears like the leather jacket, it's more like the tomboyish type. And then you've got Emma, who's more like girly girl, but they just work so well together, and the whole of them as a group is just lovely and amazing. And the fact that she sings to the flowers, and, you know, I just think she's beautiful. So that's why Emma is my number 1. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed watching my top 5 pink Power Rangers. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time for another video. Anyway, take care guys. Bye!